The Crow, guys. The Crow. Eat Crow. Remake to the 94 film. We've gotten our first still images of Bill Skarsgard as Eric Draven. Of course, a lot of people are not liking these images. You guys have seen them. What are your thoughts?
So Crow is one of my favorite all-time movies.
The first one, right?
Yes, the first one. The first one. I do like Bill Skarsgård.
Me too.
Like he's got
range.
He's got a tremendous range.
Do that thing with his eye.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it looks decent. I mean, I kind of get what they're saying about him looking like kind of a gutter, like the gutter crow kind of thing, but
Hobo Crow.
At the same time though, like he's got to be 10 times better than Eddie Furlong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think might have been the last one they ever did.
The only reason I watched that is because David Boreanaz was in it, and I was a huge fan of Angel at the time. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait to see more.
Yeah, of course. It's just stills.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am interested to see if they make it like the first. You know, because he's playing Eric Draven in this,
right? And my whole thing is like, why does it have to be Eric Draven again?
Well, and that was the whole thing with the Crow comics, is like it was different people.
Was it? Okay. Yeah.
Like, and that's what they did in the movies too.
Why
like,
even touch the Brandon Lee? Like, but you know, to be fair, they did it in a TV form too. But yeah,
if they adapt it from the comic, because the comic is dark as fuck.
Yeah, which you could do now for sure. Right?
Yeah,
you could go there.
Like if they went there with that, like I'm all for it.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I really just, I'm always going to, any Crow film media that I see, I'm always going to compare it to Brandon Lee.
Right. And the 4K edition just came out and it's beautiful looking. God. Yeah. That's it, man. That's all you need. I'm sorry.
But, I don't know. That's my thing is like,
I'll
wait to see like a trailer and see him actually like moving and speaking and see like, I'm sure he's going to be a great Crow.
He's in shape. Yeah. I mean, he's a modern day Crow, you know. What do you think of the pictures?
I watched the movie. I wasn't as involved in it. I watched it once. I thought it was good, but I'll wait until it comes out to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember too, when it came out, I was a sad goth kid, so it was like, it was like my manifesto.
Well, and the new look is inspired by like, you know, modern looks like Post Malone, Lil Peep.
Yeah, that's the only part of it I'm kind of like...
Jared Leto's Joker, a lot of people have said.
Yeah, like he's got all the tattoos and stuff like that. And I'm like, if that's like him, you know, being like Eric Draven, the rock star, he has like all the tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
I don't know.
He's a poetry rocker in this one, though. No, I'm kidding. He's not.
Slam poetry.
I don't know. I don't know what he... Didn't he have Def Jam poetry? I think
was a man. He fell in a pan.
What do you say, Stan? I don't know. Director Rupert Sanders is doing this. He did Ghost in the Shell. I saw some of that. It was, I don't know. I wasn't too familiar. Yeah. Was it?
I compared it to the anime, of course, but
because it got big attention because Scarlett was playing which she turned out to be really Asian descent because of she was in like an Avatar or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember too much of it. I wasn't familiar with the Ghost in the Shell. It's anime. It's based off an anime cartoon. So the director, what drew him to the project was, you know, a dark romance, and he said the film is a tribute of sorts to Lee. So. Yeah, we'll see. It's coming out June 7th. So this has been development hell for years. We were talking before. I think Momoa was attached. Jason Momoa was attached at one point, which I think he would have been really interesting, maybe. Except he'd probably play himself. But and then you had, I think Bradley Cooper was another. So I don't know. It finally got made. I think they definitely could have... got less backlash if they would have just made a new character, you know, because it's just like I think you should honor Lee. I mean, he literally died for the movie, you know, and so it's like maybe just I think we got the best Eric Draven out of that. Like the story, like why do we even have to go there again?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Not to say I'm not going to see it because of that. I am interested.
I'm very interested. I definitely want to go see it.
Yeah, he's not going to phone it in, and I think he would choose something that was worth doing. Yeah, I think he is in pretty high demand right now. I mean, he's in a lot of things.
He has been in a lot. I forget what else he's been in. Of course, the one that comes to mind for me is him playing Pennywise.
Yeah, of course.
And
Skarsgard, of course, man, that whole family talented as hell.
Yeah, they are,
and they're on fire right now. I mean, each one of them, I think, is pretty successful.
Oh yeah,
big family. Of course, we had 4 Crow films previously, with 1 remake version for the TV. 3 and on of the films released straight to video,
which they should have.
Yeah, horrible. Originally, there was a 4th film that was going to happen, and I remember seeing this back in the day in college. I think it was, the website was Development Hell, I think it was, and I was just glued to that website every day. When I should have been studying, I was looking at the website, the computer lab or whatever. But yeah, this was going to be called The Crow Lazarus. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this possibility, but it's going to have DMX as a crow, and Eminem was going to be in it. But no, their approach was they were going to, so like 2 bombed, 3 was being made. Of course, that eventually got released direct to video. They decided, but this one was going to have a higher budget, kind of get it back on the map, and they wanted a hip hop angle. But what they were playing into was also, not just the soundtrack, which would have been interesting for the time, but they were going to play into like kind of mimic Tupac in like how he was gunned down by Suge Knight supposedly. So it would have been like a music, like Eric Draven was kind of, well, I don't know if his was music based or not, but
he was a rock star.
But they were gonna do a story about getting assassinated basically in the entertainment realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were going to bring Ernie Hudson's character back for this.
Ernie Hudson was
out of retirement.
In the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, supposedly DMX backed out when Eminem was signed on, so he didn't want to have him as a co-star.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
With that.
But yeah, the 3rd film's performance basically canceled the project altogether. I don't know if they would ever gotten over their differences or not, but supposedly Eminem wanted to be a part of it when he found out DMX was going to be in it. But I think it would have been kind of neat. I don't know if it would have been done right for the time, but that angle would have been very interesting because it's like
it would have been
another character, another side of the music industry that's very dark. Murder, lots of assassinations and so on. But never. Maybe they'll make a comic out of it someday. I don't know.